Yeah. Going live and shit. Haven't done that in a while, huh? Let me bring this shit up on my shit if I can figure it out. No one's here yet anyway. This is kind of one of them short notice fucking things. So, yeah, I'm on a 34-hour reset now. Because my company sucks. It sucks. Everything sucks. Can stop sucking. I'm so triggered, by the way. I probably shouldn't be on YouTube with this level of triggered today. Hello, Lynn. Good to see you. We're actually live. This is not a premiere. This is me turning the camera on. I should adjust this fucking horse shit. There we go. And let me try and bring the chat up on the computer because it's easier to scroll. And I can try and keep up with comments. I guess what I wanted to do tonight is I want to come on here and try not to get. I'm gonna try not to get banned, but I am triggered, and I just kind of need some people to talk some sense into me. And you guys always seem to do that. You always seem to give me a little bit of hope. Some of you are just as triggered as I am, obviously, but it's official. The media has declared that Joe Biden has won. I'm so glad that we elected the media to represent us in who the leadership of our country is, and I'm they're good, solid, authoritative sources. So YouTube, settle down. I'm just saying they've spoken, and we have a new president. I saw it on Facebook. I saw it on Twitter. The media is in charge now. I give up. I give up. I can't fight it anymore. Don't censor me, Susan. Stop. Don't put the hammer down. All right. Don't hit me with the hammer of fucking banning and shit. It's fucking. I just can't believe it. I really can't. And so many people are just like, yay, rah, 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 my team won. You know, that's what our election system is down to. It does fuck everything. Fuck policy. Fuck all that shit. It's just rah, 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 my team won, your team sucks. That's what I'm seeing going on right now. And meanwhile, people don't realize the damage that's been done. You know, and that's about all I can say about that on here. But I just wanted to come on here and try and fucking make sense of it all, because it doesn't make sense. Hold on, I think I got it. There we go. I'm gonna have to mute it. There we go. Yeah, that's good. I can pause it. All right, I can now see the chat. There we go. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling a little triggered. But thank you all for showing up too. This was quick. Since I just I didn't plan this, I didn't send out notices or nothing. I'm just like, well, whatever will I do with the 34 hours I get to spend sitting at a truck stop because some dickhead in the office didn't know, some Biden voter decided that, to reschedule all my appointments till Monday. So now I'm stuck. So I'm going to be late quitting trucking. I should just go now. Deep down, I really want to. So Biden's going to lock you in your truck. Well, Biden has already said his first order of business is to put together a COVID task force. I'm so glad everybody's happy and celebrating in the streets that we get the lockdown, nationwide lockdowns coming up. I don't know, they don't pull it off. All right, there's some silver lining. All right, there's some silver lining. I know I'm fucking just as triggered and upset as many of you. Some of you are happy as shit. I don't know that people that are happy as shit still watch me after all of this, but there is some silver lining. We did score some wins that will kind of make this a lame duck presidency. One of those wins is still in the air, though. Last I checked. I haven't looked lately. But the Senate will have a Republican majority, most likely, hopefully. Or it'll be a tie, and then Kamala Harris will be the tiebreaker, and then we're fucked. But as it stands right now, we're not fucked yet. We're not screwed. It might be a lame duck type situation. Despite the overwhelming historic level of votes that Joe Biden has received, the Democrats lost 7 seats in the House as well, which means if it goes to court, then the media is going to have, they're going to look like shit for declaring what they declared. So, but yeah, COVID task force incoming. Oh, and in local Cuomo news, just in time for me coming home and just in time for my birthday too, which is coming up. I'm going to be 45. It's great. We got another lockdown coming in due to an outbreak in Onondaga County. So, but Cuomo's waiting till Monday for that lockdown. So yeah, I'm going to get there just in time for everything to go back to phase 1, probably, knowing Cuomo. Depending on how bad we are. Did we get code red bad or code yellow bad? Who knows? Who knows where we're at? So they're finding so many votes. Biden might have 1 billion by the end of the week. Yeah, they're still finding votes. It's like they already declared victory. You could probably stop counting now. Leave it to the courts to count. But yeah, it is what it is there. I got to be careful. Hey, if I disappear off of here, absolutely go to Odysee and we'll figure it out from there. You know, I don't think I'll get banned from Twitch for shit I do on here. But I'm triggered. I want to fucking express myself. I want to fucking blow my top. We got to endure 4 years of motherfuckers blowing their lids all over the fucking media. Why can't we do the same thing? I don't understand. You had your time. You should be sitting there gloating in happiness at us becoming unhinged on the other side of the fence. And I wasn't even on this side of the fence. You motherfuckers have pushed me here. So tired of this shit. I really am. Lisa, hi Scott. This definitely sucks. Jacob Rez looking for someone to commiserate. Well, that's what I'm here for, and I need it just as much as y'all do. You know, we could sit here and just commiserate together. That's what this is, by the way. We're not here to dispute the election results because they were completely and 100%. There was no shenanigans, you, Susan. Susan, I'm talking to you. There was no shenanigans in this election, okay? So stop. Don't fucking cancel me now. I don't want to. No. We're just here because our side is losing. That's what it is. And by our side, I mean everybody in the country, even the ones that don't know it yet. But you'll learn. You'll see. Shit's gonna get real. Psychic Outlaw Chanel, so tired of media lies, especially Fox, which is supposed to be pro-Trump. Oh, yes. Fox jumped right in there. They're like, oh, yep. You know, the establishment is back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not going to be apocalyptic. Let me just put it that way. There's another, see, I'm trying to reason with myself when I say this as well. It's not going to be apocalyptic, all right? We're going to go back to, like, Obama type shit. All right. You know, stuff that happened, you know, the Clintons. Think about this area, only dumber, only unable to pronounce a sentence, you know, maybe sniffing some, you know, but we're going back to that. All right. That's what's going on. And what I worry about is where are they going to turn all of this Trump derangement to? Is it now going to be moved over to those of us who are leaning a bit to the right now? And I wasn't always leaning to the right. And you know, I'm not, it doesn't matter who becomes president at this point. And there's another silver lining. Most of the state legislatures were voted Republican. Imagine that. The only Democrat that won is Biden. That's the only one. The Democrats got their ass handed to them on every other election in the country. The Senate, they got their ass handed to them. The fucking House, they got their ass handed to them. The state legislatures and the governor's races got their ass handed to them. But yay, Biden, right? That makes sense. I love that people are celebrating. What are you celebrating? A lame duck presidency? Good job. You know, you're celebrating the fact that there's going to be a massive redistricting and that the Republicans are going to win the House in the next election because of that redistricting. that is now possible due to all of these state legislatures going completely red? Did you think about that? Does that factor into the fact that Trump's an orange man and he's bad? I mean, a lot of people forget the president is just one part of the government, a small part. He's the guy that says yes or no. That's it. He doesn't fucking make shit. And guess what? Everyone's going to say no to Biden. That's the only silver lining to this. So it is what it is. I actually, and this is going to piss somebody off probably, I don't want the court battle at this point. I want Trump to concede, because if he goes to court and wins, my God, the shit is just going to become fucking insane. It's going to be ridiculous. We won't survive it, I don't think. The people will become unhinged to levels not yet understood by man. So I hope he gives up or loses in court, to be honest with you, so that we can let them have their lame duck president and maybe get to some semblance of normalcy. You know, we can come to terms with the win for the establishment in the corporate situation of America. We can deal with the censorship that's being levered at an alarming rate, but you know, what can we do? Road Dog 719, scary times. Yes, it is definitely scary times. Charmed one. Trump was scrutinized the entire time in office. Yeah, but here's the thing: we're not allowed to do that now. Their boys in office. I guarantee you can't get away with doing all of the shit that they were doing. You know, there's no pulling out the picture with the severed head and holding it up in none of that's going to be allowed. You're not allowed to make fun of them. You're not allowed to do anything that's against, because this is rules for thee and not for them, or something. I don't know, something like that. This is coffee, by the way. I may seem a little bit, but I'm just agitated. I'm just so agitated. So, hi Scott. I missed Farky Hars. Hi Scott, sending prayers from the UK for what they're worth. You guys actually, you guys need more prayers than we do, I think. I mean, you guys are, I think you're where we're gonna be soon. You already got there, and we're on our way. We're catching up. We'll catch up to you in the UK. I'm not happy about that, but we'll get there. I think you guys are suffering too, so prayers for you. So Sharpie nails. Oh shit, something happened. Now be careful what you write in comments, because I did hear today that there are people getting banned for their comments. So just be careful. I don't want to see anybody get Susaned. It is what it is. Pelosi won. How is a Mr. Pelosi might get pulled off of Speaker of the House. I don't know what's going to go on there, but I don't know if you know this, but this whole time Pelosi's been third in line. Third in line for the presidency. So that's what the Speaker of the House gets to do. Eric Grant, 12 Pennsylvania miners died in an explosion in 1850. Who was the last president they voted for? And I'll let you read the comment. Well, a lot of you probably already seen it. Oh man. Doug's Hobbies. They had so many ballots to fill out, they only checked Biden and nothing else. That's true. That's, there's just so many things, and I can't list them. I don't want to get fucked here. I'll save that shit for my podcasts on Odysee. So if you're not following me on Odysee, we'll get there. I'm trying to skirt the line with this stream. I have a lot to say about the different things that are bugging me about this. I'm trying to word this properly. There's things that I'm upset about that I can't say here, and that's just welcome to you. Y'all want me to make shit on YouTube? I'm gonna have to self-censor like everybody else, like Tim Pool and Recordering and Stick Hex and Hammer and Sargon, all these motherfuckers that have to choose their words carefully. That's got to be what it's like here on YouTube. So, Biden will tax us to the max. Cali tax will go up to 45%. That's one of the reasons, Psychic Outlaw, I'm trying to get the fuck out of this. You know, the less money I make, the less I have to pay in those fucking increased taxes. They're basically going to make people poor. That's going to come. But like I said, don't panic yet, because we may have a lame duck presidency. He might talk all this shit, but at the end of the day, he doesn't have the legislation behind him, and he also doesn't have the courts behind him, thanks to Trump stacking the courts. So it's not the end of the world, you know, in that sense. I don't like what is going on with the media. I don't like that the corporations are getting away with all this shit, all this censorship, all this crap. That's what I'm dealing with the most. Who gives a shit about Biden at this point? He's gonna sit there and fumble his fucking words in front of the teleprompter after he gets done sniffing motherfuckers. That's all that's gonna happen with Biden. All right, he's not gonna get anything really accomplished. He'll fuck around though. He's gonna piss us off. I guarantee you. He's gonna try some shit, but I don't know that he'll be successful in a massive, life-changing type legislation. Keep in mind that most of the shit that is happening to us, that's fucking us over, are the state governments. All right, the states have more influence over whether or not you go to work, whether or not you pay extra state income taxes, whether or not your businesses stay open. You know, we're looking at Cuomo getting ready to shut down where I'm going right now, and that is something that I don't think Biden will be able to do. I don't know that he'll be able to institute a national lockdown. I think the courts would shut it down. I don't think he would get it through the legislature or any bills passed or anything like that. So, but like I said, it hinges on that last Senate seat that's in dispute in Georgia. And if we lose that seat, you know, so hopefully that election goes well. I'm not holding my breath with all the authoritative sources out there that are taking care of our election system. So there's that. They're saying 100K new cases of COVID a day. Who gives a shit? I don't care. You could have 1 million a day. I'd be like, yes, herd immunity. That's me. You know, can I say that on here? I don't know if I probably just fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Susan. Don't tase me, bro. All right. Well, he hasn't been legally sworn in yet. The BS media is jumping the gun. I'll go to the Supreme Court, Scott. Wayne said that. Yeah, he hasn't been sworn in yet. Tell that to the fucking hundreds of thousands of people dancing in the streets, waving Biden-Harris signs. Yay, we won. We won. Orange Man's gone. Tell that to all the motherfuckers on Facebook celebrating. I was deleting like a motherfucker today. I was like, oh, fuck you. You know, oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you. That's exactly what my Facebook was experienced today. It don't matter at this point. If he wins in court, the media's already declared the victory. These normies aren't going to be like, whoa, okay, he won in court, so that he's our president. You think that's going to happen? I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be a shit show if he beats in court, and that's why I said I don't want him to win in court. I don't. You know, I'm sorry, Trump, but you should have fucking done something about all this bullshit to begin with. We don't want him to, if he becomes or retains the presidency through a court battle, this is going to be fucking a shit show like we've never seen. And we've seen some of the worst shit shows this year ever. They're still rioting and they won. You know, I don't get it. So, if Biden, let's see here. Why is this thing jumping around on me? It's fucking thing. All right. What else we got? Apparently talking about this is, wow, you guys have shown up. 95 people watching. That's a world record for me. Usually it's like 30, 40 and shit. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I'm feeling better already. So this was a good choice for me. Let's see. Call to action. If Biden's election stands, he won't be very long before he's found unfit and Kamala takes over. I think he's unfit now. I think they just Trojan horsed him in there, and you're right. I think Kamala's going to be president at some point. Question is, who becomes vice president? I don't really know this. I probably should look this shit up. Who becomes vice president if Kamala becomes president? Please tell me it's not Pelosi at that point. Please tell me that. Please just give me. I came here for hope and change. Wait, no, that didn't work out, did it? Oh, I'm sorry. Just hope. No more changes. So, call to action. Okay, I read that. And Jim Tipton, Trump will be president. This shit won't stand. The right owns the courts. Ample evidence of broad-based fraud. This isn't over. Like I said, I don't think that that's a good move at this point. It is what it is. Whoa, I got a super chat. Cardi B will be Kamala's VP. Lee Murray. Well, thank you. Thank you, Lee Murray. But I would take Cardi B over Pelosi for VP. Just saying. But do they get to... The question is, do they get to pick, or does it just automatically go to the speaker? I don't know. With my fucking luck, it'll be Cuomo that'll be the VP. Shit. I'm going to go into the woods if that happens, all right? If Cuomo is in the White House, I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm going to take a fucking bag and a camera and go into the woods, and once a month I'll come out and post a video of me chilling by a fucking campfire going, how's everything going out there? Shit. I'm sorry if I'm having trouble keeping up with the chat. I'm still trying to scroll a bit here. I'm not used to this many motherfuckers in chat. Is what it is. I thought YouTube would smack my ass down and I couldn't get a good live stream going. Immortal Cercio, what does it say about people in this nation that so many supported a degenerate criminal with dementia who cheated to win? I'll tell you exactly what, in my opinion, what our problem is. And this can go on both sides of the aisle too. See, we've been treating this bipartisan fucking system like a sports game. It's like a football game. Rah, 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 my team. Rah, 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 fuck you, team. That's what this is. It's like a fucking sports team, and people are just mindlessly rooting for their team the whole time and hating on the other team, and everybody that's a fan of the other team, they're throwing fucking shit at them. They're calling them pieces of shit. They're calling them dickheads on social media. They're fucking censoring shit. It's rah, 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 my team, fuck your team. And what we have right now with this election, in my opinion, this is my opinion, there's no fact-checking required. In my opinion, we have a referee that just made a bad call. Only everyone's rolling with the bad call. They're like, no, he made the call. He made the call. I'm sorry. After 4 years of telling us that the referee made a bad call, now suddenly the referee knows his shit, huh? It's amazing how when they make a fucking mistake in your favor, that somehow that's okay. And that's the problem. That no one's like waking up to the bad part of this, the fact that we're really on the edge with this. We need to have faith in our system. We do. I've already was waning in the faith department when I started learning about health shit. That faith has been crushed. And for me, and I'm not saying that should be crushed for anybody else, all right? But for me, personally, I don't like what I see. And I'm not happy. And that doesn't matter if Biden goes on to be president or if Trump goes into court and wipes his ass with him. Either way, the damage has already occurred, in my opinion. And we'll just get more divided. I don't want us to be divided anymore. Can't we just be fucking happy? Can't we just fucking hang out with each other and, bullshit and point out the stupid shit that government in general does, whether it's blue or red? Why do we have to be on a team? Why can't we just look at this and be like, yeah, that was stupid. I hate this lockdown. Or yeah, fuck that. No, everything is politicized and neatly pushed onto a team. We did it with masks and COVID and all of this shit. And we're not going to see eye to eye. It's going to continue to be a shit show. I want the shit show to end. That's all I ask at this point. And it's not going to end. I seen it today. I was like, okay, they won. Maybe they'll shut the fuck up. Because that would be great. Can we just shut the fuck up now that you won? It's not happening, though. It's not. There is no happiness. We got to go on and win more shit. You know, presidency's not good enough. And that's what's really got me down. More than... Look, Biden's not going to do anything government-wise that any other fucking president before. In fact, he'll do less. A, because he's a fucking vegetable. And B, because he's got a lot of roadblocks to anything he wants to get done. But it's the idea of this culture war and this censorship and this horse shit that is just fucking crushing and dividing people, breaking up friendships, breaking up families. And it needs to stop at some point. Or we're going to just run this fucking thing into the ground. And I don't know how to stop it. And it's frustrating as hell for me. You know, I don't know where we get to a place where we can stop insulting the fuck out of each other and being fucking shitheads. And maybe, just agree to disagree on certain issues. But it's not even about that. It's about my guy and your guy. It's not about, well, Biden's going to do this for me or Trump's going to do that for me. It needs to be about the issues. And that's what it used to be I feel like earlier in my life, it was more about, okay, what about the economy? Okay, what about healthcare? Okay, what about foreign policy? These were all things that we used to give a shit about. Not Orange Man bad and SJW shit. It's in the grand scheme of things, we used to care about how well we do as a country. We used to like this place. And I feel like half the country doesn't really like this country anymore. That's what I'm struggling with. More than I could give a fuck about Sleepy Joe. He can do whatever he wants. He can sniff all the people in the fucking Oval Office all day. You have fun with that, Joe, but there's a bigger problem, and it's not, and you getting into office ain't going to solve shit. This country isn't going to have anything fixed because Joe Biden won. He is a placeholder until we get a government elected that can actually do something. And the question is, are they going to do something for the American people, or are they going to do something for the corporations? Take a guess which one they'll pick. So, yeah, there's that. All right, so let me get back to. See, I got triggered. Look at that, you guys are triggering motherfuckers tonight. It's great. This might be my last stream on YouTube, not by choice. Who knows? Incognito Mouse. Trump will hold it up in court until December 14th. The deadline for states to certify. At that point, House delegation will vote. One vote per state decides it. More red states than blue states. True story, But how do you, like I said, how do you think that goes down? $4 gas to come soon. Yep, it's a good thing I won't be driving the truck anymore. And I own a Prius, 50 miles to the gallon. So bring on the $4 gas. Won't affect me. That's how I got to look at it. I got to keep trying to find the half fullness of the glass. So, let's see. Biden is a one-term president. Even if he wins, he won't run. Well, he won't. I honestly don't know that he will make it to a second term just from old age alone. And I do think there's some validity to the prediction that he is not going. He's going to be ruled as Remember a while back? I actually remember this, where Pelosi and them were floating the idea of what to do if the president is incapable. Around the time Trump got COVID, they were floating the idea of what to do if the president is incapable of performing as president of the United States. And a lot of people back then speculated that it was because of Biden they were deciding this shit. They're thinking about it for Biden. And that's why I asked the question, who becomes vice president if Kamala moves up a hair? Because if it's Pelosi, that's checkmate right there. You know, it really is, you know, because Biden isn't going to hold his own in there. You know, I think they're just putting him there to take him out of there. I don't even know if he knows it. So, and they've got plenty of ammo with all of the scandals that went on recently. You can look that shit up. I'm not here to fucking share that with you because Susan will stick her foot up my ass. So, let's see. Fasting Bastard Civil Rights Act should be extended out to online Bill of Rights. I don't know in the current state of things that they will work on this big tech censorship shit. I don't know that that's going to be even on the list of shit to do right now. Why didn't Trump fucking get on that in the Republicans? You know, they made Jack Dorsey feel uncomfortable for 20 minutes. That's all I saw happen. No new laws, nothing. This whole time they've been bitching, but they didn't do anything. And I have a problem. That's my problem with the Republicans, is they're not fucking doing anything. They didn't do anything. They didn't stop nothing. They didn't fucking investigate. They didn't even fucking speak up. They were like, oh, well, no, Biden's president. There was nothing. I didn't hear any of the other Republicans bitching. Only Trump and his campaign team are bitching. You know, none of the other Republicans. They were just like, yeah, sorry, but we're still here. More of us are here now. Bye, Trump. That's what Republicans did. Fox News did it too. You know, y'all. Some people think Fox News is the island of fucking, you know, happy, when it's really the island of fucking misfits. You know, all the fucking media companies are crooked in my book. That fucking, I think that might have just got me. I mean, at the very least, I'm demonetized. We'll see. I bet you this gets a yellow icon from hell. That's if the fucking algorithm can even keep up with me right now. LaFawn, Republicans never really supported Trump 100%, and your message faded out. All right, there we go. And he lost them with the peace deals he was securing. Oh, that's the other thing that these people cheering in the streets haven't fucking figured out. We're going back to fucking fighting. You can't create a globalized, you know, interconnected fucking world without some war. Especially for countries that are probably going to get left behind economically in that situation. So we're going back to war, people. You know, Trump had vowed to not only pull troops out of the Middle East, but he vowed to not start any new shit. Not fights. No fights. I didn't hear any fucking warmongering his entire presidency. Obama, I heard tons of warmongering. We were threatening all kinds of motherfuckers. Remember that? We almost went to war with fucking Korea. North Korea. You know? So, yeah. We were on track to have a successful economy, to have peace, to actually get people their jobs back. All of that's probably on hold, if not stopped entirely. And I don't believe it's just the Democrats responsible for that. I do believe corporations have lobbyists that are lobbying the Republicans just as much as the Democrats. Trump wasn't being lobbied. He didn't listen to them. The people around him were being lobbied to lobby to him. But that's what we lost. We lost a president that was outside the swamp. And he said he was going to drain the swamp. And he had 4 fucking years to do it. I don't think he even made a dent. So, you know, in my opinion, we're not going to, I don't know, we're going to go back. This is a step backwards. It's not a fall to the ground and explode, despite 2020. However, we got to keep in mind that we got a lot of state governments that have reclaimed so much fucking power in our freedoms. Cuomo's about to lock us down again. you know, these are things that need to be dealt with at some point. I don't know how. I don't know who's going to bat for us. I look into the Senate, and I look into fucking the House of Representatives, and you know, these are the other two branches that should be helping us out. I don't see anything going on there that gives me hope. I don't see anybody that doing anything for anybody other than corporations. But what about us? What about the people? And that's what's frustrating about it, is I get all these people that are like rah rah rah, and the corporations are like, you know. So that's my fun, right there. Yeah. Let's see here. How do I fund your podcast? Anonymous says. You can go to ScottTheTruckDriver.com. Once I start it up, and there's a virtual tip jar. You can tip there. It's on Odysee, so if you're into the crypto world, you can convert some Bitcoin to LBC and tip that way. There's a Bitcoin link on my website, and there's also PayPal until I get the platform with that. So that's going forward when I get these podcasts. And this is kind of like a preview of the podcast, only I'll have more bells and whistles. I'll be pulling like articles and shit. And if you like this level of triggered, that's probably what the podcast is going to be like, and I won't be able to put but maybe a snippet or two on YouTube. The rest will have to go on Odysee. As for streams and all that, I'm going to be standing up memberships when I come off the road and doing all kinds of things. So for those of you who are curious on how to get the podcast going, and to help fund that so I can spend more time researching and producing, I don't have a podcast schedule. It's going to be on an as I can basis. But yeah, that's how you can help, or you can super chat, but keep in mind 30% goes to Susan on here of anything. So, but at the same time, maybe Susan will look the other way if we're making her money. I don't know. So there's that aspect. Seems to be how it works. I think that's how it works. The Crooked Media says Biden is one. Yep, that's the big thing today. And you know, I've been immersed in this shit this whole time. I like how it's censoring some of your comments that are completely innocuous, by the way. It's crazy. I'm trying to click show on everyone's censored shit. Bush winning was similar. I'm willing to bet that Biden's going to be the worst president of my lifetime, even beating out George Bush. You know, I don't see him doing smart shit. I mean, he wasn't doing smart shit the whole campaign. So I don't know that, you know, or it'll just be the shortest president because they'll declare him incompetent, and then we'll have Kamala Harris as president. Lord help us. Mo likes. Well, I've got 4 dislikes so far, so I'm not getting ratioed yet, but so there's that. Let's see. Biden does seem physically, yeah, and I'm not here to pick on the guy. You know, I don't even know that he's just a puppet at this point. I don't even know that he's got enough ambition. You know, I almost feel bad for him. I feel like, you know, he's lost his, you know, after 40-something years in politics, I think he's lost his mojo, and he's just kind of floating on who knows what, you know. But at the same time, I know he's a corrupt fucking, you know, pretty much corporate shill. And, you know, that's pretty much describes most politicians in my book, you know, and it's very rare to find one who isn't. And that's what Trump was, by the way. That's what we lost. And I guarantee you we'll never have anyone outside the establishment on either the Republican or Democrat side. You know, how many times did they fuck socialist fucking what's his face there out of the fucking election? How many times? You know, Bernie. Yeah, I was so pissed I lost it a minute ago. But how many times did they fuck Bernie over? He's not in the swamp. But I don't want Bernie in there, I'll tell you that. You think Pelosi's going to be the... Oh, if Pelosi's vice president, Lord help us. You know, it might be time to start. I can't even fucking leave the country if that happens. Not that I would. I'd just go out in the woods and hide. I'd become a prepper and learn survival skills and shit. That's my backup plan, by the way. I already got the Prius set up. We're good to go. So, yep, that's what this election is about. It's double bind. Biden or courts. Trump is screwed either way, and the Republic is in danger. It just becomes at this point, what's the lesser of two evils? And honestly, I think Trump conceding would be a more stable result than if he wins via court, honestly. And I think it sucks that that's the case. I think that's what needs to happen, you know. And if anybody in Trump's campaign happens to stumble across my little fucking ass on the internet, look, sometimes you gotta fucking pick your battles. You know, it sucks. It's not fair. There's nothing fair about it. We all know it's fucked, but I don't know. They're gonna say the fix is in. They're gonna say he put all these judges in the court system. It's all rigged. You know, the same way other people are saying it's rigged. I think the best case scenario is for Trump to concede or lose the court battle and give us a 4-year lame duck presidency and try and prevent them from fucking ousting Biden. You know, that's the next fucking battle that's going to be fought is keeping Biden from, because if Biden wins and is put in office, he better fucking stay there for fucking 4 years. I don't want President Kamala Harris and fucking Vice President Pelosi, all right? I do not want that. Ever. There's no scenario where I want that. So keep Sleepy Joe, you know, it could be like Weekend at Bernie's. You just prop his ass up behind the teleprompter. You know, we even got fucking deep fakes now. You can fucking get his voice and do all kinds of shit, make him sound like fucking JFK or some shit. You know, get him in there and keep him there. You know, we don't want to rock any more boats. And then just do our 4 years of prison. I mean, our 4 years of the Biden presidency and see what happens next time. And hopefully during that process, we can have some election reform pushed forward so that this shit doesn't happen again. That's what needs to happen. We need reforms. And we're not going to do it in a month and a half. All right. We need a system that is pretty much safe for everyone to have faith in. And that's what I want to see. I want to see election reforms and no more shit. I want the shit to stop. Can't it just stop? I don't know. Let's see here. Republicans are more unified than Democrats. That's true. There actually is a split. You know, because a lot of people in the real politicians in the Democrat Party, they know they got their ass handed to them in the House and in the Senate, you know, and in the state legislature. They see the writing on the wall. You know, that's the big, you know, Tim Pool kind of went over this in one of his videos. And, you know, I like it. He's definitely flip-flopping a bit. But, you know, it's illustrated now that they'll be able to redistrict. The gerrymandering or whatever the fuck they call it, where they figure out which sections have representation. Well, that's a 10-year binding thing, apparently, and we have enough Republicans in the state level governments to do that, which means the next election, you're going to see a Republican majority in the House. And, you know, where it might be half-ass lame duck now, it would be full-on lame duck by then. So I guess pretty much Biden just has a shot at getting shit done right now. So I'm trying to find the glass half full here. Work with me a little bit. So Jim Carrey makes a good body double for Biden. Shit. Caldoon Salmon. Sorry, I fucked names up. Both parties are a piece of shit. Why be a cheerleader for the Republicans? I'm not a cheerleader for the Republicans. I'm trying to find the path of least fuckery here. Both sides are corrupt, by the way. You know, I'm not cheerleading for Republicans, and I ain't cheerleading for fucking Democrats either. I'm not on Team Red or Team Blue. I'm on Team Stop Fucking Us. That's the team I'm on. Can you stop it? Stop taking away freedoms. Stop fucking over our jobs. Stop sending us to war. That's the team I'm on. Which fucking political party is that? You know? I'm not here for Republicans. I'm not here for fucking Democrats. I'm here for the American fucking people. Even if they don't fucking know it. Stop fucking us. That's the party. I want to start a new political party. We're going to start it right here. It's called the Fuck Off Party. And it's Leave Us the Fuck Alone Party. That's our party, all right? And we stand on the platform of don't fuck with us, all right? Let's go to work. Let's fucking live our lives. Let's go to the store. Let's fucking not have to wear a mask. Let's not fucking follow all these rules and sit in little fucking dots. Let's not do any of that shit. That's the party I want, all right? What party is that? Is it the Libertarians? I don't know. They only got 1% of the vote. Apparently nobody else wants that. Everybody wants to be on Team Red or Team Blue. I've never been on Team Red or Team Blue. The only reason I wanted Trump to win is because I didn't want this scenario to go down. And here we are. You know, I'm on the team of stop fucking with me. That's the team I want. I want my freedom. I've served the country, all right? I was in the military for fucking 10 years. Air Force. Yeah, Chair Force. I get it. I've been in this box for 15 more years, supporting this country. And all I want in return is to stop fucking with me. That's all I want. I want to be able to go and do shit. Can't go and do shit. I want to be able to sit down in a restaurant without feeling uncomfortable. Or somebody with a mask hanging on their chin telling me to put my mask on. You know? I want to not worry about things I say. I want to be able to speak my mind. That's what I want. What political party? Can you tell me the political party that represents that? Because I can't think of one right now. You know, that's what I want. Stop fucking with us. Make the streets safe. Make the country safe. Take care of our jobs. You know, take care of all that. I don't want free shit. Because in order to have free shit, you got to have people that are busting their ass to pay for it. So I don't want high taxes. I don't want free shit. I'll figure it out. You know, if I can't eat, I'll figure out a way to eat. If I can't keep a roof over my head, I'll fucking live in a vehicle. I don't know. I'll do what I can. I don't need fucking anybody taking care of me. You know, I don't need the government lording over and making decisions for my benefit. I can handle that. And if I fuck that up and I die, well, then that's my fault, isn't it? What happened to personal accountability? What party is the personal accountability? You know, to where we take responsibility for the things that are fucked up in our lives. You know, my life has been shitty a lot. It's my fault. No one else's. I don't blame fucking Trump. I don't blame fucking Biden. I don't blame Nancy Pelosi. I blame Cuomo. I do blame Cuomo. But leaving that aside, that's all I want. I want a government. I guess that's small. Maybe that's a Republican thing. I like small government. You know, but I want a government that's going to fucking keep us safe, so where I don't feel like I'm going to get hit in the head with a Molotov cocktail or get stopped on the highway and have somebody drop a brick through my windshield. You know, I get nervous now when I'm going down the highway. I see motherfuckers up on the bridge. I shouldn't feel that. You know, well, when are we going to keep our fucking sanity and stop this unstable horse shit, this bullshit that we've been doing? It's out of hand. It's fucking nuts is what it is. When are we going to wake the fuck up? What's it take to fucking figure this shit out? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. You know, it's not Team Red or Team Blue, people. We're all fucking this up somehow. We all have a role that we're playing in this mess. And we got to snap out of it. We got to figure out how to fucking stop this fucking freight train from running right into the fucking ground. Or something. Or playing, I don't know. Figure out a good metaphor for that. How many triggers is that now? I think that's my 4th trigger on this live stream. It would be interesting to see if this thing flies. The dangers of live streaming with me while I'm very fucking triggerable. Let's see. Caldoon Saman, don't fuck with me party. I want that. I think we all want that. We really do. Libtards did this. It's all on them for 4 years. Cult action. Can the courts help? I think you meant court action. The courts, I don't know. I don't know if I have faith in their ability to deal with this situation. I kind of think that if Trump has evidence, hard evidence, that he could win through the courts. But I also think that that'll be a fucking nightmare. That's my problem. That's where I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. You know, part of me is like, yes, we should defend the our election system and the integrity of it with a legitimate court case in the battle and all of that. And I think that needs to happen. But the other part of me is like, this is going to suck. This is going to suck to degrees of suck that we've never witnessed. And we're still in 2020. So, yeah, keep that in mind. So I think December's going to be a big shit show. You know, we're going to fucking put the cherry on top of this shit cake we've been fucking eating all year. It's not keto. It's not safe for your health. So. I'm drinking coffee this late at night. That's probably a bad idea. That's probably why I'm fired up. I probably should settle down with the caffeine, huh? Absolute MMA. Nothing will truly change until everyone confronts the Rothschild family. They run the private banks, the wars, take lives, etc. I guarantee you there's multiple corporations that are behind all of this. And it's really fucking us, I think. You know, what can we do about it? No one's even got their eye on that. You realize that? No one, the people that are out there cheering, saying, yay, Biden, we won, Trump's gone, yay, Trump's gone. I don't think they realize that the entire time, corporations have made out like bandits. You know, look at Amazon. While we're worrying about whether or not we're going to get our next stimulus check, Bezos is like fucking raking in how many billions of fucking dollars in profit. More than he did before 2020. Walmart, busy as fuck. I can tell you that from personal experience. I've hauled lots of shit for them throughout this pandemic. One of the biggest fucking customers out here. They're doing great. How's that mom and pop restaurant doing down the street? You know, how's that tourist fucking trap fucking museum or that fucking, how are they doing? That's what no one's paying attention to until it's too late, until it happens to them. And as president of the party of Don't Fuck With Us, I want that fucking shit to stop. All right? And how do we do that? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I don't have any fucking answers. I'm not an expert. I'm just an asshole. So, wow, I'm fired up tonight. Is this going to be what my fucking podcast ends up being like? Because see, the difference between this future podcast and what I'm doing, you know, what I've done previously is I'm going to allow myself into the mainstream media to be triggered on a regular basis. So, you know, I've already got it planned out, and I'm here to tell you there's going to be a whole lot of triggering in my future. And there's going to be at least probably 4 years of me having shit to talk about and be triggered about. So, and hopefully during that time, if I even reach one fucking motherfucker that's dancing for Biden right now and they change and they actually open their eyes and start doing some homework and figuring out all this shit, that the president doesn't fucking really run shit. You understand that? You know, President Biden isn't running it. No, he's got people he's got people paying him. He's got people paying him before 45 years. He became a millionaire. Remember that? I didn't know that job paid that well. And he's got money waiting for him and his family afterwards. No matter how many laptops are out there. So. There's a little vodka in that cup. I'm still not drinking, but the temptation will be there when I get home. You know, going out and getting fucking tanked on my birthday. I don't know that that'll be a solution for me, so I probably will avoid it. I don't know. We'll see. So far, I'm still not drinking. We're good, you know. And if I do drink, might be like one drink. I don't know. But so far, I have no plans to get shit-faced. As fucked up as this is. So, you should be fired up, dude. You give a shit, and so do we. I am. Wow. I don't. This is fired up, by the way. This is fired up. I've been fucking. Can you tell I've been holding this in all day? I'm like bursting. I mean, Steve has called me up, and I've expressed a lot of it. He got his own personal podcast today. That's how triggered I've been about this whole fucking thing. And we went back and forth on shit. And that's it. Even then, that wasn't enough. I needed to get this out. I needed to be like, fuck this, you know, just like, here you go, Susan, you know, take it. And I thought about just making an Odysee video, but I kind of needed some interaction. I needed people in real time to kind of talk to me. You know, maybe I'm way off. Maybe I'm fucking up. I don't know. Could be a thing. We're all assholes. Good company. Jackie Perez. Let's see here. Hey, Amazon pays $15.50 an hour. Not bad, eh? So does McDonald's. I think Walmart in New York's going to too. Actually, I think there's a couple states that actually passed the $15 an hour thing. So we're going to see a lot more fucking kiosks and some nice fucking, you know, automated do-it-yourself fucking scan your grocery out shit. I actually kind of enjoy that. I think it's more efficient. But, you know, is what it is. Some people don't know for what they vote for. And everything has consequences, people. There's no free shit. Everything has a consequence. It's like, you know, the pharmaceutical industry. Every drug you take has a side effect. And it's just a matter of which, do you want the benefit over the side effect? So yeah, you get $15 an hour, but then you're lucky if you can find a fucking job, because they're not going to take, corporations aren't going to take that at cost in. They're going to be like, wow, good thing we got all this fucking smart technology and 5G and shit. We can just put this fucking computer here that does this person's job that used to go to like a kid in college trying to pay his way. Now he's going to have to get a bigger student loan just to fucking survive. That's what we voted for there. Colt action. I have a feeling this is going to boil down to a civil war. I've heard that jostled around. Honestly, I don't think that that's going to happen. I do think there'll be pockets of resistance and more unrest. I don't foresee like a full-scale civil conflict coming out of this, because it doesn't benefit the corporations. All right, you can't forget, they hold the media, and the media is swaying the minds of a large portion of this country. And I think they're manipulating it in a way where we're flirting with the civil conflict idea, but I don't think we're going to get there. I don't think that's in the corporation's best interest unless they're looking to just wipe the slate clean. And hopefully they aren't, you know. But I wouldn't go so far as to think that this will erupt into a civil conflict, you know. Absolute MMA. Amazon is paying me $21 an hour. Hey, I might have to take some of that Amazon money at some point. We'll see how it goes once I get off the road. They are building a huge warehouse where a golf course used to be in my hometown, and that means Amazon Flex will be available, and I can just hop in my Prius and put everyone's packages, and I can help usher in President Bezos into the new fucking world order and shit, while at the same time putting food on my table. Or maybe this content creation shit will pan out and I won't have to go and do that. So we'll see how it plays out. You know, if I have to survive and help Jeff Bezos along the way, hey, I gotta eat, you know, gotta pay the bills, gotta pay for the cell phone, you know, and shit. Let's see. The Karens will riot. That would be a horrible riot. Just like a whole riot full of Karens. That would not be fun at all. Tech is where it's at. Well, if you think about it, I'm kind of being pushed into more and more stay in the house fucking activities, really. Creating content, doing research. That's all behind the desk in the little room. I'm looking to learn skills that I can do that don't require me to go out, you know. But at the same time, I need to get out. I'm going to need to go. Wow, my phone's telling me weird shit. I need to get out in the woods and you know, experience a bit of peace, you know. And one of the first things I'm going to do when I get off the road is I'm going to go out, if the weather permits, and get out in the woods a bit and try and clear some of this. Because I'm pretty sure that my reaction to all of this has been compounded by the fact that I've been in this truck and then immersed in it, because it's literally filled my feeds no matter where I go. And I gotta pay attention because it's important, you know. I can't just put my head in the sand. But at the same time, I'm gonna have to balance that. So along with doing podcasts and all that, I'm gonna still be doing the trips in the Prius and the going out in the woods, because I need to balance that. There's gonna be times where I can't be triggered all the time. You know, as great as some of you think that is, if I'm triggered all the time, it's gonna destroy me. So I'm gonna have to go back and forth. I'm gonna have to be triggered a little bit, and then I gotta go out there and fucking, you know, reset shit, nature and shit. That's right, Helen. All right. Second, all general strike worldwide, timed by area, bring banks and corps down in 2 or 4 weeks. Yeah, you really think we can get everybody on board? Yeah, we can't even agree on anything, it seems. We're too divided. You understand the divide and conquer tactics have worked? And who divided us? Who divided us? Was it us? Why do we have these opinions? Why do we have these, you know, this unbridled hatred for Trump? You know, why do we not like Biden? You know, I mean, you got to understand, we're products of information we're getting fed to us, and the people feeding us information often have an agenda. They're not just telling you things for your benefit. They're not looking out for us. You think they're looking out for us? Think the media's got our best interests at heart? No. It's all part of the game. And at the end of the day, I think the name of the game is making money still. I do not believe in some overarching conspiracy where all these corporations are working together. No, they're all doing things for their own benefit, and they're paying people off, and they're buying shit, and they're doing things to push their own personal agendas, and it just so happens they all want the same thing, so it's all working together to fuck us. How do we stop that? I've said it before, you know, the number one way to deal with this, and it's one of the reasons I'm coming off the road, to be honest with you, is vote with your feet, vote with your dollars. You know, the less you support these corporations, and I'm guilty too, you know, like I've done work for Uber, I've hauled shit for every corporation I've ever talked shit about, I've had something in the box for. You know, I've taken the money, you know, but at the end of the day, I got to eat. So I guess it comes down to, if you can trim the support for some of these companies in any way possible, then their bottom line goes down, and maybe, just maybe, you can manipulate them to do what you want them to do. But you need a whole lot of motherfuckers to do that. And I don't know. That's the closest thing to empowerment that I feel that I have control over. I have control over how much I work. I have control over my lifestyle as a minimalist. So it's really about balancing that out between survival and not giving all my time and life energy to these big corporations. You know, and I've given more than my fair share over the years. And I really want to pull back and do something meaningful with my life that probably doesn't pay for shit. I'm not going to make lots of money. I'm not going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be one of the poor people. Which is good, because they're raising taxes on everybody else, and I'll be out of that, hopefully. You know, and I think I'll be happier than a lot of people that are going to have lots of money. We'll find out. We'll find out when I get there and shit. So, let's see here. Keep censoring. Why was it fucking censor? I don't want to censor anybody. Even if they're calling me a big piece of shit, I don't want to censor it, Susan. Stop it. So, game the system, get on disability. I I still want to maintain integrity for the most part. You know, I don't really want to game the system. I have no plans to get on any government programs. You know, I'd be right to. I think I've paid into the shit long enough. I could get some of my money back. But I still want to try and survive without putting myself under Cuomo's fucking thumb. Because make no mistake, if you sign up for that shit and you depend on them to survive, they got you. They can tell you what to do. They can tell you that you got to go get this job or do that, or, you know, who knows. You know, I've looked into that. I've been on food stamps once in my life, and I hated it because they're up your ass. I don't want the government up my ass. And if it means I have to stand on the side of the highway and hold up a sign saying, can you fucking give me a cheeseburger? I know it's not keto, but I don't want to fucking starve to death. Then I'll do that instead of taking the... Because once you start relying on the government for survival, you're theirs, you know? And I don't want to do that. I know, now that's not to say, I know some people have to. You know, circumstances suck right now, and I don't have a problem with it, to be honest with you. You know, it's the people that do it intentionally, and that's the thing. I'm intentionally reducing my income, so it would be disingenuous for me to try and collect social benefits. Though I'll take that fucking stimulus check all day, all right? You mail me that stimulus check, I'll take that. I feel I earned that. With all these lockdown shit. I should be paid for that. Second call, oh, Chanel, I don't hate Trump. At least he wants to end the lockdowns. Yeah, well, that's gone. More lockdowns coming. Lockdown 2.0 coming up. Plus, we got a mutation now. Don't know if y'all heard about that. Killed a bunch of minks in some, I think it was Denmark or some shit. And apparently there's a new strain of the virus. You know what that means, right? I'll let you figure that out. You got to Google that, because I know if I say too much on that, I might be fucked on here. So there's that. Alternative media, bad in the mainstream. Yeah, defund the media. That's what my podcast's main theme's going to be, is tearing apart the media any way I can. I'll be fucking fact-checking their ass. I'll be pointing out their hypocrisy. I'll be pointing out the propaganda. That's what my fucking podcast is going to be. So stay tuned for that. That's right up until I get canceled, because if they ever figure out I'm doing that, they'll come for me. It'll happen. And then I'll get unplatformed and deplatformed, and then I'll have to go in the woods. You know, it's my backup plan, by the way. So we'll see. But I'm hoping that Odysee's not... And that's the other scary thing. I don't know if you know this, but BitChute got shut down during the election. And now if you go on there, I went on there yesterday because I'm like, maybe I need to revisit it. And there's a message on there saying that they lost one of their service providers. They got deplatformed from them. I don't feel comfortable putting my eggs in a basket that can happen to. Now, the thing with Odysee and LBRY is they have their own infrastructure. LBRY is its own protocol, and their platform is built on that. So yeah, they could probably take the Odysee website down, but the app is out there, all right? And, you know, so they can't shut it down completely. They can make it suck a little bit, probably. But I'm hoping that being built on a blockchain structure like that keeps it alive, you know, where if they smack the website down, then you go to the next website, you know, like some other things that they've smacked down over the years. So defund Hollywood, LaFon Sweeten says. I think that's already happened, isn't it? I mean, all the movie theaters are fucked. You know, I'm pretty sure Hollywood really got stomped on. And since they've been cheerleading for it, I don't really feel a lot of sympathy, honestly. You know, they kind of brought it on themselves. They told us to vote this way and do all this shit. You know, they voted for Newsom. You know, so they had it coming. They really did. Are they going to change their ways? I hope so. I hope they wake the fuck up. It'd be nice to see movies that aren't fucking virtue signaling me anymore. Then I might actually pay to go see a movie again. By the way, I'd stopped doing that before they locked the theaters down. The only reason I went to a movie theater during the fucking pandemic is because they told me I couldn't. I got oppositional defiance disorder, and I had to fucking satiate that little itch that says they told me I can't do this, so I'm going to go to the fucking theater and watch something. Ended up watching Unhinged. All right. Let's see here. Now they are invading YouTube. All the freedom sites will probably be removed by Marxists. I don't know. I hope they don't remove any of those sites. But I cannot guarantee that we retain free speech. And if we look at what's happening in some other countries, the UK and fucking Australia come to mind. They're a step ahead of us in the censorship game, to where you could be arrested for shit you say, you know, or protesting and all of that. Whereas here, you can go and loot the Walmart and nobody will fucking take you to jail, apparently. I don't understand that either. Is that over with now? Are we going to stop the, you know, I heard that all these states are finally standing up the National Guard now that the election's over. That's mighty fucking convenient, when you say, you know, let's let them fucking burn shit down. Oh, Biden won. No, we can send in the National Guard now. We're good. Just saying. Cult action. Scott, if Trump goes to court and overturns this election, you don't think the left is going to go crazy and we'll see riots and looting more than we've already seen? That's exactly what I've been saying. That's my point. That's why I think it's a bad idea. It's a good idea for integrity, election integrity, but it's a bad idea in the short term because it's going to turn this into a fucking 4-year nightmare. You know? Is that a battle that you all want? Do you want to see that happen? Look at how much they didn't respect the 2016 election. And if you, after the media's already declared victory for Biden, so everyone's already celebrating. And you remember the reaction in 2016, right? So everyone's celebrating today. I don't know if you're saying, I've seen videos of people out in the streets going, yay! Facebook's all lit up with yay! So you got everyone up here, and they're like, yes, we won, Orange Man bad, he's gone. And then Trump goes into court and fucking wins. Oh my fucking God. That would be the worst fucking shit show. It'd make these last 4 years seem like fucking Mr. Rogers' fucking neighborhood or some shit. If it gets to that, you know, I don't know how we fucking overcome that. So while I understand the need for these court battles to happen, I also see the writing on the wall if Trump wins in court. And it ain't good. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be horrible. And keep in mind that throughout 2020, what has been selling out in stores a lot. I'll let you research that. I don't know that I'm able to say that. We're in a powder keg, and I think that is the fuse that is still lit, by the way. And if that goes off, so it's either that or just make fun of Joe Biden for 4 years, and it's kind of a no-brainer for me. Alrighty. Let me scroll back up. I missed some shit. So you got to keep in mind, when I get triggered, I can't keep up with the chat here and there. So I'll do the best I can. Scotland is looking into policing hate speech in your own home. Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but Ocasio-Cortez today said that they want names. They want a list of everybody that supported Trump's campaign and all of that. They want lists and shit. Now, before you panic, there's a divisiveness currently going on in the Democrat Party, and AOC is kind of not on the right side of that. Turns out corporations aren't really very far left. They're just kind of far. They're left, but they're not crazy left. They're not throw a brick through your window left. They'll let it happen if it benefits them, and then when it stops benefiting them, they stand in the National Guard, which is what's going on right now. But you know, I don't know that we can get there. I don't know that America will let that happen, either left or right. I think even the left at some point would be like, what the fuck? but only when it comes for them. That's the thing. That's the catch. So while it would probably start out where they're policing speech and calling everything hate speech, it would start out with conservatives, but eventually it would victimize the left, and then that'd be the point where everybody goes, what the fuck? I think. I don't know. I hope it doesn't come to that. All right? I hope that, do we give you what you want? You know, Biden's in there. Let's stop. Stop it. All right? We don't need any more fucking censorship and policing. All right? Just let me make fun of them. Can I please just make... I mean, I had to listen to Trump shit, jokes and all of that. And I wasn't a fan of Trump, by the way. It wasn't until the fucking bitter end. And when 2020 is what made me say, yeah, okay, we need Trump. Before that, I didn't like either side. You know, and I had to listen to bitching from the left for 4 years. And that's what I want to end, really. You know, I'm just like, all right, Biden's in now. Can you shut up? Are we good? They won't. There'll be something else for them to fucking complain about. You know, what's the media going to bitch about if Trump's fucking gone? Are they going to follow him around afterwards? I hope he trolls the media. When he's back as a civvy, I hope he runs his mouth and fucking has an army of Twitter trolls that he hires. You know, you heard of like the 50 Cent army or whatever that is. Well, I'm sure he'll fucking hire his own little army of Twitter trolls. I know I would. If I was a billionaire and I was pissed at the media, oh my God, I'd be fucking with it. I'd make it my job. So I think if he doesn't win in court, he needs to make it his job to fuck with the media. You know, why not? They did it to him. And shit. Hello, Martin. Good to see you. Honest as fuck, I don't think I said hi to you earlier. I should have. Sorry, I've been triggered. I'm not myself today. You know, I don't even know if I should leave this. Should I leave this video up? Who knows? Yeah, LaFawn. Yeah, that'll be fun. Trump post presidency. Oh yeah, we're not done with Trump, by the way. He's not gonna fade into obscurity and be all fucking. You know how presidents, once they're done, they're supposed to kind of chill in the back and not say much? Well, we didn't really get that with Obama. He's still running his mouth. But Trump ain't going to do that. I don't think. I think he might even fucking start his own TV show just so he can fucking bitch about all of this and talk shit. You know? So we haven't heard the last of... That's the ironic part. Everyone thinks, oh, he's gone. We got Biden now. No more Trump. Are you fucking kidding me? Trump's going to be more fired up than ever. And there won't be a fucking thing he can do about it. He's got money. He could buy a fucking network. He could buy his own website. He could make his own YouTube. I hope he does. Trump, if you're listening, I got ideas. All right? Make yourself a fucking YouTube competitor or a Twitter competitor. I'll sign up. Shit. Rick Travis, the media will complain that the GOP Senate is blocking too many of Biden's plans. That's what the media always does when there's a Dem president. That's the thing, Rick. It's going to be, that's the way it's par for the course. We've already been through that multiple times. We're going back to that. I don't know if anybody remembers before Trump, but, you know, that's what it was like. You know, a lot of people understand that Biden is, you know, and I got to be careful here. A lot of people understand that it's alleged that Biden is corrupt. See, I'm trying to be nicer than they were to Trump, by the way. That's normal, by the way. And most politicians, they're bought and paid for by somebody. They make money either before, during, or after their time in office based on looking out for people. You want to know who the king of that is, by the way? The worst of that? Cuomo. He's making money hand over fist. Otherwise, he wouldn't be destroying all the small businesses in New York. He's going to come out of this smiling. Guarantee you. But that's just always been the way of politics. It's the way it's been in our system for, I don't know, almost probably from the beginning. Corporate lobbyists. Who funds campaigns? Who pays the bills? Who puts food on the table? You've got the revolving door. I don't know. A lot of my podcasts, I used to talk about that a lot with Big Pharma and the revolving door. With people who get appointed to these agencies like the FDA and all of that. These are people that used to work for certain corporations, and then when they're done, they go back and work for those, and they have a nice, cushy fucking pay raise waiting for them in the process. This is how business has been done. The difference now is they're so stupid, they're not even fucking hiding it. They suck at hiding it now. It's all over the fucking internet. Everyone knows it, and nobody wants to believe it unless it's on their team. Good luck telling a Biden supporter about how fucking fucked up he is. They don't care. They don't. In my opinion, Trump was outside that box, and that's why we saw a 4-year campaign to get rid of him. He was outside of that system. He didn't want to play ball. He didn't want to listen to the lobbyists. He didn't want to take any fucking money. He said what he wanted to do, and he did what he said. Name a president that, presidents have always told you what you wanted to hear, and then didn't do shit but do stuff for their corporate interests. Obama did a lot for Big Pharma. Look at where we're at with that. Oh, by the way, hope you weren't getting comfortable by the health insurance situation as far as the mandated personal mandate. I believe that'll probably come back, since that's probably within the power of the president, being that he runs the IRS. So, yeah, that provision will be coming back fairly soon. So I'm going to have to sign up for Obamacare. I don't know. I think I'm immune, though, as for being military. So, yeah, if I remember right, I didn't have to do the personal mandate. But it sucks for most people, your healthcare costs are about to skyrocket. You're right, Scott. They hated Trump from the moment he announced his candidacy. Yeah, that's the thing. We saw nonstop. No, Trump was legitimately elected, and then they spent 3 years trying to prove otherwise. Here we are, like the first fucking week, saying, "Hey, what the fuck?" And we're all assholes. But we endured years of them accusing Trump of election fraud, and then finally, it was disproven. And now, because we think that there's something up, we're dicks. And we need to shut the fuck up. And we'll be banned if we talk about it. Is there double standard much? At what point are we allowed to express ourselves? What can we do? Hello, Hider Seeker. You looks like you retracted a message. I didn't get that message. I'm missing Biden's big speech. You mean I'm competing with Biden? I wonder if I can get more fucking people on my live stream than Biden. That'd be pretty awesome, huh? I have no desire to listen to Biden's speech. I'll just wait for the highlights. The highlights where everybody makes fun of all his gaffes. So that's going to be how I consume Biden. I am in no mental position right now to listen to Biden's speech. I don't want to fucking hear it. All right? I don't want to hear any of the we're going to do this, we're going to do that. What's my name again? I don't want to hear any of that. Fuck that. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to watch Biden be like, "Hey, I'm the winner." It's not official yet. No states have certified yet, and there's court cases looming. But I'm the winner because New York Times says yes. Oh, 53,000 people on the Fox News channel waiting for him. Oh, yeah, well, I got 93 motherfuckers there watching me instead. I'll take that win. That's 93 people I'm preventing from being exposed to bullshit. You're all welcome. That I came on here. Otherwise, you'd be watching Biden right now. You're my spirit animal, Scott. LMAO. Well, thank you. I'm trying. trying to be everyone's spirit animal. You know, I feel like I needed, not only did I need y'all to kind of feel like I'm not locked up in a box in the middle of Ohio going, hey, life sucks right now, and everybody in my Facebook friends is all like, yay, Biden. Well, not everybody. There's a few people that aren't. But, you know, and I'm seeing all this yay Biden shit, and a lot of people being like, you know, there's only a few people going, what the fuck left that I watch, you know. Tim Pool's like, yep, all right. We got to have Biden now. I still want the courts, but Biden. You know, Jericho Green, I watch him too, by the way. He's like one of the few that are still bitching and that are holding out. Hodge twins, I think, are too. I've always watched Hodge twins, by the way, and I love that when they're conservative twins thing. I enjoy that, you know. But, you know, I'm still not a Republican. I just like the common sense that they talk is what it is. I still understand that it's still a fucking corrupt system, and we're all just kind of playing a game that we can't win. Probably just a game to keep us, you know, this designed to keep us busy. That's what I think this all is. So, oh, let's see here. Harris is going to speak too. Oh, shit, I better end my stream. If Harris, oh, no, we do need to hear Harris because she's going to be running shit. No. Now that you told me that, I'm going to try and go 2 hours on this stream. Just anybody I can take away from them is a win. All right? That's one less person being exposed to that horse shit. No, how can anyone get excited for Senile Joe is beyond belief. Apparently, I mean, he got more votes than Obama. It's historic. He's got more votes than any president in U.S. history. Did you know that? That's great. He must be an awesome fucking guy. You know? To beat Obama, who actually could talk and put sentences together and was popular and had charisma. Apparently, Biden's got this shit on lockdown. He's a fucking good guy. How else can you explain it? He's got to be the best fucking president we've ever elected. He's got all the votes. You want to know what the argument to that is, by the way? The argument that people are doing, oh, well, we got more people now. Yeah. So that explains it. There was a lot of fucking went on, and there's a lot of kids out there now voting for Biden. You know? It's crazy. He got more votes than registered voters. I don't know that yet. I gotta be careful on here. I can't make these kinds of accusations. I just have a very negative opinion of the election system right now. I'm not a fucking Supreme Court guy. I'm just an asshole. Believe me, I'm extra asshole today. You know, I cannot say on YouTube what I believe is going on with all of these allegations that may or may not be true. I'm going to do that on another platform. But, you know, just know that I am not happy with the way the election went. And I have a funny feeling, deep down, I'm not the only one that's unhappy with this. You know, call me crazy. I have this funny feeling, you know, just looking at how everything played out, that there's a lot of people that are not happy with the way things played out. And we'll just leave that at that. You know, not implying anything, not saying anything on here. I didn't say anything about any rigging or any of that. I didn't say anything. All right? Nothing like that ever crossed my mind. I didn't say anything about 120-year-olds voting. I didn't mention that at all. I don't believe in that, Susan. Okay? That never happened. They didn't, you know, I don't think they found bags and bags of votes discarded with Trump's name. I don't think that happened. I don't think that, you know, I think that there's a logical explanation that Pennsylvania pulled 700,000 Biden votes out of their ass. I mean, they got them in the the safe and legal way without anybody. I didn't say that. All right, Susan, don't ban me. I didn't say any of that. Okay, I'm just saying I don't like the way the election went down. You know. So you do think it, don't you? Well, am I allowed to think anymore? We can't think? We can't think? I'm trying not to think. Can I stop thinking? Thinking sucks. Oh, shit. Free. Everything's going to be free. That's okay. You know, at some point, you got to be like, well, if you can't beat them, join them. Where's my free shit? You know, done paid into the system. I made, what, I think it was $34,000 since I came back out in this truck. And I took home like 22 of it. Seems fair, right? What did I get for my money? I mean, the roads are fucked up, so there wasn't that. You know, all these businesses are closing. Where did my money go? What did I pay for? Did I buy ventilators? I think I bought ventilators. That's pretty much what I think my taxes went to. You know, I didn't pay for anybody to, you know, kind of make sure the election goes smoothly. Apparently, they can't afford that. I didn't pay for anything that, you know, Cuomo hasn't done jack shit to fix anything, except they are building a new, that's what I paid for. I paid for the new Amazon building in Syracuse. That's where my money went. I'm gonna roll with that. You know, and I paid for all of the, you know, government subsidized programs. I think I paid for some of that. So for those of you who didn't make a lot of money and I helped you with that. And on top of that, I brought you your toilet paper. Okay, I hauled the toilet paper right up to the Walmart for you. So now you can wipe your ass while you watch Joe Biden and Kamala Harris tell you about how great they're going to make America. How they're going to fix all of this. They're going to take care of you. And the first order of business is to get out there and get that coronavirus task force together. And it's going to make the last task force, Trump's task force, they didn't give a shit. We got a real task force. We're going to fucking you're going to wear 2 masks. All right, motherfucker? You're going to wear 2 masks and you're going to stay in the house. And you're going to get fucking deliveries. And we will stop this virus. And then when you're done with all of that, once we're certain all small businesses have gone out of business, then we're going to shove a fucking vaccine up your ass. Twice. Yep, 2 shots, not just 1. We need 2. And then we will have conquered this strain of the coronavirus. Never mind that mutation shit that happened in Denver. No, don't worry about that. We got this. We're going to save your life. And don't worry, we won't let anybody hurt your feelings anymore. Nobody will say anything that'll upset you because it's not legal anymore. We're going to put a task force together for that. And it's going to be led by Ocasio-Cortez, who's writing all your fucking names down. All right? That's what's happening. Sorry, I got triggered. Ah, shit. Big Rig Rex, the kids will turn 35 and become way more conservative, just a way of life. There is an actual study about that, Big Rig Rex, where I guess the left isn't having as many families and kids, and the right still is, so that the theory is that those kids will adopt the values of the conservative parents and eventually will end up with conservative generation. There's a problem with that. Big problem. Big tech and the education system. Parents aren't fucking teaching kids values. They're not learning values from parents. If they were learning values from parents, we wouldn't be in this mess. They're learning how to throw Molotov cocktails and be fucking upset with you. That's all kids are learning. They're learning how to mask and social distance and fucking take classes on Zoom and not leave the house. That's what kids are learning. Doesn't matter what fucking family they got. You think parents can offset that level of fucking propaganda and bombardment? So no, I don't have any hope for future generations right now. I'm fresh out, you know. Here again, I keep grasping for hope and losing it. You know, I look at our future and I'm like, maybe this will not suck. No, that's gonna suck too. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Oh, I want to be on AOC's list. I want to be number 1. Line me right up against the wall, AOC. I'll be the first one. I don't give a shit. What have I got to lose? I'm about to quit my fucking job. I mean, really? What are you gonna take from me, Joe? Don't forget about the glitch in Michigan. Well, I don't know. I've never said anything about the voting machine that miscounted 6,000 ballots. I don't know anything about that. I also don't know anything about 47 other districts in the state using that same exact voting machine. I also don't know what other states may or may not have used that same voting machine system. I don't know. I can't think of these things. I don't know. I just know I don't feel right about this election. That's it. That's all. I don't know anything about any of that shenanigan shit. I don't know. I got to get Googling. I recommend that everyone that wants to know this shit start doing your homework, and you ain't going to find it on fucking Google. When I say Google, I mean DuckDuckGo, motherfuckers. Or alternative platforms to where you see evidence of things that I don't know if it's real or not. It's 100% I can't confirm or deny that. I'm not making any statements in regards to all the fuckery that may have or may not have happened in this election. Yeah, I think I covered my bases there. I think I'm good. So don't fuck me. Susan, don't fuck me, Susan. I need to make a song. It says, don't fuck me, Susan. All right. Let me catch up a bit. I think, let me scroll back a little. Sorry, Gyro, I missed one of your chats that got censored. I see dead people, nothing to see here. Big Rig Rex just escaped into Netflix the next 4 years. Queen Gambit is pretty gold. I canceled Netflix a while back due to other things. Netflix, in my opinion, has ruined multiple shows by trying to teach me certain political lessons that I have no interest in spending my spare fucking time. Remember how I like time, right? I don't want to waste my time unless it's an exceptional program. So I canceled my Netflix subscription. There's other reasons for that I can't get into on here. But there was a controversy that led to me going, you know what, fuck Netflix. Plus, I honestly had no desire to watch anything on it anymore. I watch shit on YouTube. And the funny thing is I've found myself watching a lot of banned documentaries lately. It seems like whenever I'm looking at the media and they're like, well, this got banned, and I go over to Odysee and I do a search, and it's there, and I get to watch it. I've seen a lot of shit, and which allows me to hear both sides. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but you might want to keep your information level up. Now, I'm not saying everything I watch and that is true or not true. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm hearing different shit and seeing different videos of shit. Some out of context, I don't know. But I kind of think freedom of speech gives me a big picture with which I can make a more accurate judgment on the way things are going. If only everybody kind of was exposed to that level of information, then they too would, probably not be okay with everything right now. And shit. Lunch Honey, mail-in voting explains it. I'm past caring. What will be. Government is corrupt. Smile. And that's kind of what I'm getting at, ultimately, is I can't do anything except run my mouth. It turns out I've been doing commentary a while. Health commentary is starting out, but I think I need to branch out. Because the corruption that I've seen in the health sphere and the censorship I've seen in the health sphere, we're not done with that yet. There will be more of that to come once things calm down. But it goes beyond that. I feel like I need to have a show where I critique the media, Now, it's not an original idea. There's multiple commentators that do it, but I'd be doing it from the asshole swearing, saying fuck a lot perspective. I don't know that that's been filled. You know, I can't think of a commentator I watch other than Jericho Green and maybe the Hodge twins that say fuck as much as I do, or even come close, really. A lot of them are still scared of being banned for saying fuck, which I could give a fuck. I keep saying fuck in all of my fucking videos, and I'm still here. I even check the box at the beginning, you know, when YouTube asks me what I did in my video, and I said fuck, and I check that box, and I still get the green icon. It's fucking great, you know. And I check that I talk about controversial shit. I'll be checking those too on this again. I don't know that I swore within the first 30 seconds, so we'll see. You know, I might be demonetized for that. At the same time, I feel like there's a niche that I can fill in the commentary community. Someone who's not afraid to fucking actually talk. It's not fearing cancellation or banning. Because I don't give a shit, all right? You know, when your channel stops growing for a couple years and you're just like, oh well, maybe we should just go out in a blaze of fucking glory, right? You know? So, yeah. That's what's coming up in the podcast. There's going to be a whole lot of fucking swearing and shit. Lots of triggered, lots of, you know, lots of this, actually, only no holds barred. You know, just imagine how I would have answered some of your questions in a spot where I didn't give a shit about, you know, complete fucking deplatforming. So, that's happening. Countrywide shutdown. Lisa, I don't think that's going to happen. I think he'll try, you know, and he might get some people on board. But I think the states ultimately control that still. And, you know, like, I don't see Florida deciding to lock down again. Keep in mind, a lot of the state legislatures just turned red. And I don't know that they're going to lock down. So there's that. But New York and California are still fucked. So there's that, and probably a couple other of the bluer states. I don't know that the Constitution allows the president the power to do that unless he has some kind of emergency martial law type shit. And not to mention, he doesn't have the Senate, and he doesn't have the entire House. I don't think he has enough in the House to get it done. So I'm not thinking that we're going to get a nationwide lockdown, but at the same time, I do think that it will embolden and empower certain governors to crack down. There'll be nothing standing in their way. There'll be no opposing viewpoint. They'll be like, Cuomo already has Biden's blessing. I bet you Newsom does too, you know, and a few others. But keep in mind, there is a thing in the Constitution that says the president just can't tell states what to do. It's one of the reasons Trump didn't, because if he'd have done that, they'd have accused him of overstepping the Constitution. So he didn't. He said, every state take care of itself. A lot of people blame him for fucking up the coronavirus because he allowed all these states to do different shit. You know, and it's up to you whether you believe that's the case or not. I personally, having been to every state, I can tell you it didn't matter if it was a lockdown state or not. People weren't obeying the rules. Even today here in Ohio, you know, plenty of lockdown shit that, like, restaurants, half the seats are blocked off, 50% capacity, mask laws seem to be in effect. I don't know if Ohio ever did pass a mask law, but at the same time, in these businesses, employees are wearing their masks down here like they have a beard like this. About 50% of the people didn't have masks on in there. I mean, people are done. You can't come in this late into COVID and be like, okay, we're shutting back down, people. I think that is going to be unsuccessful and that we will see protests for that. I don't know that Biden can get that done. He might talk some shit, might appoint some fucking people, you know, You might take New York State Liquor Authority and deputize them federally, and then there we go. You can now fucking Cuomo can shut down every bar in the country. So there's that, but you know, we'll see. Where's that laptop from hell? Are you talking about the Biden laptop? Yeah, that got suppressed. And there's a couple of nice puff pieces that are discrediting that alleged laptop that has some alleged shit that I may or not have heard about. But if you don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about the Biden laptop, you didn't do enough homework, all right? And you need to get out there, and you ain't gonna find it on. I don't even know that you'll find. You might find some on Fox, but you ain't gonna find it on CNN, MSNBC, all of those. You ain't gonna find that information there. You'll find different information, but you know, there's that. Am I watching the? Hell no! I don't want to see the Biden live stream ever. If you're watching me with him, I don't know. I don't know how that plays out in you know, the health of your mental health. I don't know that having me next to Joe talking, it's like we're having a debate. Is that how it's going? Am I saying shit? You know, you might be missing important fucking future shit. You know, future things that Biden's gonna try and do and not be able to do, or he'll forget that he said he was gonna do it. So there's that. Now elections are going to be who can cheat more. The Republicans have to get up to speed. Democrats want the next level time. I didn't say any of that. That was a comment. I just read it. Just saying. I didn't say any of that. I disavow that comment. But I will say that this election is a larger scale of a lot of previous elections. That's the difference. This election took place and it was so much bigger, and it did everything that normally happens in an election on a larger scale. We'll just leave it at that. And I'm not implying that, you know, just saying. Oh, that laptop probably did disappear. D-chats. I wouldn't be surprised if that laptop fucking it's in the recycle bin somewhere. I couldn't watch Kamala. I can't watch either one of them right now. This is not a day for me to put up with Joe's shit. I'll catch up later when I'm in a better headspace. I'm already feeling better now that I've vented. Now that I've got out here and hung out with you guys and got this shit out here. So, Reds, get him off the idiot tube and over to Scott the Truck Driver. Yeah, start. I bet your comments are turned off. Our comments. That's one thing I will say. If you can read the comments underneath Joe and look at the like ratio if they show it, I'm curious about that. I want to know who's happy as they watch Joe Biden. Is he gonna get? You know, it's been my experience whenever I see that shit, the like ratio is ridiculously bad. You know, even Fox News today, one of their stories about Biden winning had like a 5-to-1 dislike ratio. And I'm just like, wow, people are speaking. No one's listening, but people are speaking. It's all fake, and no matter who the puppet is, we're screwed. I'd like to think we're not completely fucked. I don't know that for certain. I'm trying to find some sanity and some groundedness in this, and to realize that it's not the end of the world. And I don't think it is. I think I can still live my life. It's going to suck. It already sucks. It sucked before the election, all right? With all of the state lockdowns and the governors that are fucking shit up. Did we change that? You know, the state legislature changes, is that going to help overrule the government authoritarianism we've seen from the governors? I'm more worried about that than fucking Joe sniffing Kamala's hair in the fucking Oval Office. You know, it is what it is. As long as he doesn't get out the cigars, then we'll be fine. You know? But I'm more concerned with fucking local governors, to be honest with you. Ghost Keto, do you think there will be recount in these states? There is court litigation, and I think a couple of the states where in their, according to their local laws, there's a range, like a certain range, where if it's so close, they have to do a recount. So I think we're in that territory in Georgia. Michigan, I think there's going to be I think Michigan already said they're going to do a hand recount because of that machine thing that may or may not have occurred. I don't know that the recounts are going to play out any different. We'll see. But there is a court case. There needs to be a full, in my opinion, I don't know if I can even say this. I think we need to do a do-over, fully recount the whole fucking thing, validate everything, make sure everything's good. I think we need to do that. But, good luck getting that done. Mark my words, this administration will end with Harris and Pelosi in the presidential office. That's a rough one. I don't know that I could put up with Pelosi in any more power for Pelosi would be ridiculously bad for the world. And I guess it'll be good for my podcast because I'll have a lot to talk about. And for those of you who enjoyed my triggeredness, Cuomo Attorney General, I don't know that he accepted that or that that's what's happening. So we'll see. It is what it is. Gyro's been comparing their collection. I can't read that out loud, Gyro, but yeah. Is what it is. Maybe I'll go give a thumbs down. I do. Whenever I watch that shit or anything that I don't like on mainstream media, I click the big old thumbs down. Pelosi will hand out heroin and tell everybody to go shit on the sidewalks. Well, they're doing that, I believe, was it Oregon? I think Oregon decriminalized all drugs, by the way. Is that legal to talk about? I don't know. Is that okay with big tech? But, yeah, we're going to see a little experiment in Oregon. It's already going well, if you look at Portland. But, yeah, they're going to decriminalize some of the most addictive, destructive drugs ever known to man. Yep. It's a win for Big Pharma, too. Who do you think gets everyone addicted to opioids? That's actually good. All drugs should be legal. I don't know. That's a double-edged sword, There are some drugs that are destructive, addictive, life-destroying drugs. So I do not think all drugs should be legal. But at the same time, there are some drugs that are harmless. So I don't know. I can't really discuss too much about that. I know that's all I can probably get away with talking about on here. It's everybody's own decision to take drugs or not. Not necessarily. There's a lot of people that got addicted to opioids via the pharmaceutical industry because they were in pain. And then they couldn't quit. And hence the problem there. As a daughter of heroin addicts, I say all drugs should be legal. Illegality never stopped my parents, never even slowed them. That's true, but do you really want the government profiting from it? And let's be clear, it's just decriminalized. It's not legal. I've seen a similar thing with marijuana in New York. It's decriminalized, but not necessarily legal. So... didn't legalize a whole bunch. They decriminalized. I don't know if it's legal. It's just they're not going to throw you in jail for it. I don't know that the government is, making it legal as in there'll be dispensaries type shit. I don't think they went that far. I just think they're saying they're not going to arrest you. And you know what? if you look around the West Coast, they haven't been arresting people anyway. It's just pretty much putting on paper what's already been going on. You know, if you look at the homeless situation and the amount of drugs there, nothing's really changing. It's just one less thing that they're not arresting people for. Only this time they get to say, hey, look, we decriminalized it. What do you want? And I think that's a large part of the homeless problem is addiction. And the fact that people aren't getting help with that. And I don't know. It's a tough problem to tackle because there are a lot of lives destroyed by addiction. And you know my thoughts on that, you know. At the same time, alcohol is legal, and look how many lives that's destroying. So I don't know, it's a slippery slope. There are some drugs that I think are completely destructive, and then there's some that I think are kind of harmless, and who gives a shit if people do it. They're not any worse than some of the other things, and you know, and I'm not going to go through all of that here on YouTube because I'm not allowed to, but I don't know. That's a tough one to tackle. But yes, in Oregon, you can do all the drugs, apparently. It's okay. The Democrats have spoken. I don't know, Gifted Green, Democrats will lose their shit after Roe v. Wade gets overturned. I don't think it's going to get overturned, but we'll see. We'll see. I know there is a court case going on, I do believe, for that, though. So we'll see how that turns out. That's when they're not busy trying to figure out all the Trump lawsuits that are going to be going on. Food addiction, alcohol addiction. Addiction is addiction, and it's a bitch, you know? I don't want to be addicted to anything. Doesn't mean I'm not. So it is what it is. Addiction can mess up generation. Addiction can destroy your life. Look at social media addiction. You know, I've talked a lot about addiction in the past, and my stance hasn't changed on it. There's ways, I believe, of getting out of addiction and basically doing some addiction transfer. You see, a lot of it's dopamine based, some of it's chemically based, but dopamine addiction is a thing, you know, and it'll drive you to seek out these things that provide dopamine. And sometimes people will ruin their lives, ruin relationships in favor of that. So I'm on the fence about the legality of certain drugs. I don't think just opening the floodgates and saying everything's legal is necessarily going to help a lot of people. I think that's going to hurt more than it helps. So, Gifted Green, I'm not addicted to anything. I wish I could say the same thing. I'm addicted to fucking YouTube. I'm positive of that. You know, it does affect me. I'm addicted to caffeine for sure. I mean, you just saw me fucking sucking on this all day. I don't know. I'm not addicted to alcohol anymore, but I was previously, so I can tell you that sucked. And it was definitely having a negative effect on my life. I've seen alcohol since destroy another life. I have a friend who's not with us anymore. And I do believe alcohol was a prime factor in that. So I don't know. You know, addiction's not something that's cut and dry, you know, and this whole legalize everything, open the floodgates thing, while from a libertarian type perspective, it sounds good in theory. But when you know people who are fucked up and can't get out of being fucked up, it gets complicated, you know. I don't know that I can be fully on board with everything just being, oh, yeah, do what you want. But we'll see. And it does affect other people. There's people that have been killed. You know, I just watched, I watched that chapter, and I think it was a couple days ago, he ran a story about people that were doing a marijuana deal, and they were killing people. You know, they were getting the deal and making money and trying to kill people to take the money and not give them what they were looking for. And then there was another story after that where people were running around killing people to get money, to steal money from them, so that they could grow their own hydroponic underground fucking weed farm or some shit. You know, these are all bad things, you know, and yeah, some would argue that legalizing it would allow that to go on, or would disincentivize that, but I don't know, you know, it's a slippery slope. We'll just put it that way. M99, I'm addicted to many things. We all are prone to addiction. It's a natural cycle to have this dopamine cycle. You know, it's just a question of what provides your dopamine. You know, a lot of us are very familiar with being addicted to food. It's, you know, how a lot of you found me from being keto and all of that. And I'm prone to that. So I had a cheat meal today, by the way. I went to Waffle House. Figured, fuck it. But, you know, that's addiction. If I wasn't slightly addicted to that shit, I probably wouldn't bother with cheat days. So, you destroy organized crime around the world by legalizing drugs they will have knowing. Oh, no, you don't. You just make it fucking... You think that's what happened? Ever watched Murder Mountain or whatever it is? You know, in California. Look at the missing people in Northern California associated with the legal growing areas. You know, you're just changing who's in charge of it, really. You're not making it any less fucked up. You know, people are still trying. There's a lot of money in it, and there'll be a lot of fucking crime associated with it, even if it's legal to do it. You had to understand that. This shit doesn't fucking just go away. People make money off of it. You're not going to take away money from all of them. They'll find a way, you know. Not to mention that legalizing it, if the government gets in the business of taxing it, it becomes, you know, so expensive that you're still being undercut by criminals that are doing it on the side. So, yeah, there's that. So I don't think organized crime gets destroyed by legalizing everything. But, you know, because look, has it? You know, look at all the legal places you can go now to do certain things. Hasn't stopped crime at all. So, Oregon will need a bailout soon. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm wondering how that's going to work under this new administration. All these states that have rioted themselves into fucking submission, they're going to have their hands out. Cuomo's been screaming for money I don't know how long. Are they going to give him money now? I don't know. So, but let's see. I think, how long have I been at? I've been at it 2 hours now. I think I've said enough. Reminds me of George Carlin. Selling is legal. Fucking is legal. Why isn't selling fucking legal? Shit. I miss George Carlin. That was another time where we had more thinkers, I feel like, in the media or in Hollywood and stuff. I think it's gone downhill since then. It's not fully legal. It couldn't be grown like a Philip Morris. You know, I don't think that solves everything. You don't just cut an entire market apart without consequences. So, let's see here. A gifted green, thank God for strip clubs. But, you know, thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. I only pissed off 7 of you, it seems, so far. We'll see as the dislikes roll in. But thank you guys for hanging out. I do feel better now that I've vented. Lost my voice a little bit, so who knows the shit I said in this. It's probably fucked up somewhere. So if my YouTube channel disappears, you know where to find me. You know? So there's that. I don't know. We just need to... I don't know that I accomplished anything in this stream as far as having hope for the future. I was kind of hoping to get a little bit of hope going. I needed some hope. But I don't know. What can we do? That's what it boils down to. I don't know what the hell we do about all this. Except run my mouth. That's all I know how to do, apparently. So, is what it is. All right. I hope you all have enjoyed this super triggered. Fucking, this is the most triggered I think I've ever been on camera. I don't know. What do you guys think? Some of you have been around a long time. Did I get more triggered now than ever before? You know. I don't know. By the way, that annoying noise you hear, that's my fucking power. It's power in my laptop. I don't have much out here right now. So I'm geared up for getting off the road. So once I think I'll be done Tuesday, I'll be heading back to New York, hopefully, and that'll be that for trucking, you know. So thank you all for everything you've done for me over the years and hanging out and all of that, and hope you stick around for this new phase where I go back to making content and doing odd jobs and working for the gig economy and getting out in the woods and taking road trips and all this shit that I plan on doing when I get out of here. But I think you're going to find I run my mouth a bit more this time around. What have I got to lose, really? You know, New York's locking down again. It is what it is. Sometimes you just got to say, fuck it. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to see what happens. Where do I land when you say, where do you land when you say, fuck it? You know? So, remember, I am not an expert. I'm just a fucking asshole. Thanks for reminding me. Goes Keto. Please like and subscribe for more shit. If you just found my stream, go ahead and like and subscribe, and that way we can offset the 7 dislikes I got from Biden supporters on my, you know, thing. It is what it is. I knew I was going to come on here triggered and piss people off, but like I said in my last video, I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm done. Nobody gave a shit about my feelings during this. It's my turn. You know, I endured 4 years of people running their mouth. So enjoy Creepy Joe and Kamala Harris. Sure there's no shenanigans going on in the White House. You know, I look forward to making fun of both of them and Nancy Pelosi when she eventually becomes vice president. We'll see. Then, you know, when Cuomo, I don't know how to feel about you taking Cuomo, making him attorney general. That'll make me fucking happy, I think, because that means he's not fucking with New York anymore. But who knows what corrupt motherfucker he puts in place when he leaves. He ain't just going to leave us. You know, we got the Cuomo dynasty, you know, don't forget. Mario Cuomo was there first. Remember that? Oh, the old days. Back when you can actually do shit. Go out. Go do things. I remember those. Maybe we'll get back to that someday. Head over to Odysee. And please follow me on there for more ranting and raving like this. But I think I'm probably going to do live streams like this if they let me get away with it. We'll see. If you like my shit and you want me to make more shit and spend lots of time making shit, please head to ScottTheTruckDriver.com. Sign up for my free email list so I can let you know when I post off platform. Although I will say they did upgrade Odysee's notification system. And they also added love things. They're basically doing a lot of things that YouTube does now. But I do send out emails. So if I go live on Twitch or find another platform where I can free speech go live, there'll be that. But, you know, sign up for my free email list. And also, you don't have to yet, but eventually it'll be nice if you leave a tip in the virtual tip jar, as that will help me be able to make more content and spend time doing that instead of trying to figure out other ways to make money for my future impoverished life. So, have a nice motherfucking day. and shit. Paid to get triggered. It'd be nice. I get it should be compensated because this takes a toll on your health. All right, let me fucking figure out how to end this and shit. All right, have a nice fucking day.